Hi guys, let's get more news about Warriors. But first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriorstrade have done it again. And this time, the news coming out of San Francisco has left fans absolutely stunned. Late last night, the Warriors organization dropped a shocking update that has the entire NBA world buzzing. The story broke without warning, catching fans, analysts, and even rival teams completely off guard. It's one of those moments where you stop scrolling, check your notifications twice, and ask yourself, did that really just happen? And yes, it did. The Golden State Warriors have officially made a move that could change everything for their season, their chemistry, and possibly the future of this dynasty. The reactions have been pouring in non-stop, and from the look of things, their Warriors might have just shifted the balance of power in the Western Conference once again. For weeks, there were rumors swirling around the Bay Area. Something felt off. Insiders were whispering that the front office wasn't satisfied with how things were going. Despite the star power of Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, there was a sense that change was coming. Their Warriors had started the season with high expectations, but inconsistency, injuries, and questions about their depth had created tension behind the scenes. Fans could feel it. The team that once dominated the league with effortless brilliance looked like it was searching for answers. And now the franchise has finally taken a massive step, one that proves they're not sitting still. According to multiple sources, their Warriors have released a key player, reshuffled parts of their roster, and made decisions that signal a dramatic shift in their long-term plan. The announcement came through the team's official channels, but what made it shocking wasn't just the move itself, it was who it involved. Reports confirm that the Warriors have parted ways with a player who had become a familiar face in the rotation, someone fans had grown attached to over the past few seasons. The organization called it a necessary adjustment, citing strategic changes and future flexibility, but that didn't make it any easier for fans to process. Social media exploded within minutes. Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit threads filled with disbelief. Fans couldn't believe the Warriors had made such a bold decision this early in the season. Some praised the move as forward-thinking while others called it a huge mistake. But one thing everyone agreed on: this is a turning point for the Golden State Warriors. Inside sources say the decision wasn't made lightly. The front office led by General Manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. had been evaluating every aspect of the roster since training camp. With the Western Conference more competitive than ever, teams like the Nuggets, Timberwolves, and Mavericks surging, the Warriors knew they couldn't afford to waste time. The release reportedly opens up a spot for a potential signing or trade, and rumors are already swirling about who might be next to join the squad. Some insiders suggest that Golden State could be eyeing a veteran free agent, while others believe this could be the setup for a much bigger trade in the coming weeks. And knowing how the Warriors operate, it's never just about one move. Every decision, every adjustment is part of a larger plan. Stephen Curry was asked about the breaking news after practice earlier today, and his response spoke volumes. "This is the business side of the game." Curry said, "We all love this team and the guys we've played with, but sometimes tough decisions have to be made. What matters is how we respond as a group." That's classic Curry leadership, grace and focus all rolled into one. He understands that while change can be painful, it's often necessary for growth. And if history has taught us anything, it's that whenever the Warriors face adversity, they come back stronger. Remember when people said their dynasty was over? They responded with another championship. Remember when injuries derailed them? They rebuilt. And now with this latest move, it feels like the Warriors are once again rewriting their story. Draymond Green also weighed in on the situation, sharing his thoughts during a post-practice interview. "It's part of the game," Draymond said. "We've been through this before. The only thing we can control is how we play, how we fight, and how we represent this team. We still believe we can compete with anyone. That statement perfectly sums up the mentality in the Warriors locker room: resilience. No matter what changes come their way, they adapt and push forward. But fans are still left wondering what this release really means in the bigger picture. Is it simply a financial move? Or is it the first domino in a much larger chain reaction that could lead to a blockbuster trade? NBA insiders have wasted no time speculating. Some believe the Warriors could be freeing up cap space to make room for another veteran piece, possibly a big man who can strengthen their rebounding and interior defense, two areas that have haunted them over the last few seasons. Others think it could be a setup for a stellar trade. There have been whispers for weeks that the Warriors have been quietly gauging the market for potential deals involving some of their younger players. Names like Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and even Andrew Wiggins have come up in trade chatter. With this release, it's possible the Warriors are preparing for something much larger, a calculated move to position themselves for another championship run. Meanwhile, fans inside the Bay Area are feeling a mix of emotions. Some are excited by the idea of change and the possibility of bringing in new talent. Others are heartbroken to see a familiar face go. It's that emotional tug-of-war that defines sports: loyalty versus ambition, nostalgia versus progress. Their Warriors, once the perfect balance of both, now face a delicate challenge: maintaining their championship core while still evolving to keep up with a league that never stops changing. The front office knows that Stephen Curry isn't getting younger. Every decision from here on out must maximize his window to win. The organization has one goal: to give Curry one more ring before he hangs up his jersey. And if that means making uncomfortable choices, they're willing to do it. The release also sends a clear message to the rest of the roster: performance matters. Their Warriors have set a high standard for excellence, and anyone who falls short of that will be held accountable. This move could be a wake-up call to players who have struggled to find consistency early in the season. Coach Steve Kerr has emphasized accountability since day one, and this might be his way of reigniting the spark within the team. Kerr spoke briefly about the situation after the team's morning shoot-around, saying, "We have tremendous respect for every player that's come through this organization. Sometimes these things happen because of the direction we're heading. But our focus remains the same: winning." His words were measured but clear. This is about the future, not the past. Analysts on ESPN and Fox Sports have already started debating what this could lead to. Could the Warriors be clearing space for a major acquisition? Could this be a precursor to something involving a superstar like Jimmy Butler, Pascal Siakam, or maybe even a shocking reunion with a former player? Nothing is off the table when it comes to this franchise. Stephen Curry's fire still burns. Draymond's energy still drives the team, and the organization is determined to keep pushing for another banner to hang in Chase Center. Change may be difficult, but sometimes it's exactly what's needed to spark a new chapter of greatness. The Golden State Warriors have always thrived under pressure. Every time people count them out, they find a way to come back stronger. And with this shocking news, it feels like history might be repeating itself. The move may have surprised everyone, but if there's one thing we've learned, it's that when the Warriors make headlines, they're usually one step ahead of the game. Fans are waiting, the league is watching, and the story is far from over. Whatever comes next, it's bound to be big. Because when the Golden State Warriors make a move, it's never just business. It's history in the making.